Yo, what is up YouTube? Back with another today. We are going to be going over the week 1 NFL games, predicting every matchup, and talking about why I think that team is going to win. If you haven't already seen Mike's video on this week 1 prediction, go ahead, click right there at the top right, and go watch it. So before we start the predictions, here is every game of the week 1 schedule. I want you to comment down below every pick, who you think is going to win each game. And if you get every game right, I will shout you out in the next week's video. This has never happened before, so let's see if somebody is the first to get it. So, week 1, opening night, Thursday night football, Bills at Rams. Can't ask for a better opening game. This game looks very interesting, very fun to watch, because we have who people are saying the Super Bowl favorite in the Bills against the former Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Von Miller, the former Ram who won the Super Bowl with them last season, is now on the Bills. So we're going to see how this game plays out. I believe both these teams are going to be the best in the NFL this season. If we look at the Bills, the probably best offense in the NFL, and a defense that has been pretty solid over the last couple seasons. It hasn't gotten better, but it's pretty good at this point in time. And then we have the Rams, who I believe have the best defense in the NFL, along with a pretty electric offense with Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford. OBJ is gone, but they do get Allen Robinson. I think at this point in time, the Bills are the better team. I do believe they are the better team. They have chemistry with both sides of the football. I would say the Rams do as well. But when OBJ is gone and then Allen Robinson is replacing him, there's going to be problems on offense. Von Miller's gone. The defense slightly got worse over the offseason. The Rams do get worse. The Bills get better in the offseason. I think the Bills are the better team. But the big but is this is a road game. The Bills play historically pretty bad week 1. They lost to the Steelers week 1 last year. This is on the road in LA. I think the Rams get the win just because of the home field advantage. Next, we have the Eagles at Lions Sunday at 1 p.m. This will be a pretty interesting game. I'm interested to see how the Eagles turn out this season because they got A.J. Brown over the offseason to increase their offense, and of course their defense had notable pickups as well. I believe the Eagles are going to be favorites to win their division, and why not get a week 1 win against the Lions? I'm also excited to see how the Lions defense plays because it was pretty solid during the preseason. But at the same time, it's the Lions. You got to give the Eagles the win. They're the better team. Next, we have the 49ers at the Bears. This will be a very interesting game to me because I think the 49ers are a very good team. They were in the NFC Championship game last year. Their defense is elite. It's top 5 in the NFL. But what's the problem? What doesn't make this team a Super Bowl champion this season? And it's the quarterback position. They believe Trey Lance is going to be better than Garoppolo. Garoppolo had so many offseason issues, didn't respond to anybody, requested trades, but they signed Garoppolo as the backup quarterback. But the real question is, how is Trey Lance going to play? His preseason was really bad. It was embarrassingly bad, in my opinion. We saw the stats. Just look at these stats. Come on. But then again, they're playing the Bears. The 49ers are a very defense-heavy team, and they can win just off of that. They're playing the Bears. It's in Chicago. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears had a few tricks up their sleeves to win this game, but the 49ers should get the win here. Next, we have the Steelers at the Bengals. This will be an interesting game to me as well because I know how the Steelers are going to play this game. They play week 1 games pretty well, and they're going against a division rival who's beaten them 3 times in a row. It's never happened before in ever history. The Steelers defense looks like it's returning to the best in the NFL, on par with the Rams. It looked insane during the preseason, didn't allow any touchdowns. And when I say that, I mean their starters, including TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Minka Fitzpatrick, etc. And their offense surprisingly looked pretty decent. But the problem with the Steelers is their offensive line. We all know this. The receiving core, the running back, the tight end, the quarterback, they actually all look pretty good, but the offensive line is really bad. You already know the offensive line is going to give up so many potential plays, get sacked. Mitchell Trubisky is going to get injured, blah, blah, blah. So I think the Steelers defense can play well in this game, limit the Bengals to 20 points maximum, but at the same time, they're not going to score any points themselves because their offensive line's horrible. Give the Bengals the win. The Steelers did beat the Bills week 1 last year, so could it happen again? We'll see. Next, we have the Patriots at the Dolphins. This will be another good game. These are division rivals. The Dolphins historically have been winning this matchup at home over the past couple seasons. They get the addition of Tyreek Hill. They look really, really good. I think the Dolphins will be a threat in the AFC. Patriots, they're the Patriots. They're never out of the question of if they're going to win a game, but I believe they just don't play well enough against Miami in Miami, and the Dolphins get the win. Next, we have probably the most interesting game of the week, probably the funniest game, and if the result is good, we're all going to be laughing at this one. We get the Browns at the Panthers. Baker Mayfield, the former number 1 pick from Cleveland, traded to the Panthers this offseason. They don't want him. They signed Deshaun Watson instead. And Baker is going to be starting this game against the Browns for the Panthers. Deshaun Watson, even though he looked horrible in preseason, isn't playing in this game anyway. The Browns defense it's decent. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. Myles Garrett's always there he's an X factor. He can change a game. But their offense, on the other hand, you get Amari Cooper, but you lose Jarvis Landry. OBJ is gone. I don't believe this team is going to perform as well as it has in the past. The Browns aren't looking good, but they are playing a bad Panthers team. At the same time, Baker is looking for revenge. I believe Baker pops off in this game and gets the win. Next, we have a pretty boring one. We got the Colts at the Texans. I'll give the Colts the win. Don't even have to explain why. After that, we have the Saints at the Falcons. The Falcons are looking like one of the worst teams in the NFL. There's nothing really to say about them. They lose Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley suspended, etc. The Saints look very, very good on the other hand. Tyrann Mathieu added to this defense. Michael Thomas returning from injury. They got Jarvis Landry, Chris Olave, the rookie. Jameis Winston's returning from his injury. This team looks scary. I think the Saints could be a threat. They get the win. Next, we have the Ravens at the Jets, and Zach Wilson injured in preseason for the Jets. Debatably going to play in this game. We'll see. Anyway, that doesn't really matter to me. The Jets aren't competition to the Ravens. They'll probably lose by 40 points, and the Ravens get the win. The game after that, we have the Jaguars at the Commanders. The Commanders get Carson Wentz during the offseason. They really haven't had a solid quarterback since, I don't remember, Kirk Cousins. And let's see, they got Jahan Dotson, the rookie wide receiver, drafted 17th overall. They got Terry McLaurin. We're just going to have to see how this offense plays week 1. I'm assuming it's going to struggle but get better as the season continues because a new quarterback is basically a new offense, honestly. Chase Young's injured, not playing in this game. Unfortunate. So I think the Commanders are bad, but it is what it is. But they're playing the Jaguars. Debatably the worst team in the NFL. First pick in the draft 2 years in a row. That's pretty pathetic. So I think the Jaguars, with the addition of Christian Kirk, increase on offense in the offseason. You saw the preseason. If you watch the Jaguars, Christian Kirk played very well for the Jaguars. And I think this will be a pretty interesting one. Probably a close game. Commanders probably win by 3 points though. Next, we have the Packers at the Vikings. This is going to be probably the game to watch because we all know the Packers lost Davante Adams, and everyone's saying the Vikings are probably going to win this division. I'm not too sold on that because you're going against Aaron Rodgers for the Packers, but this will be an interesting one because it's in Minnesota. You got Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, a new head coach for the Vikings. Defense is decent but not good, and it's not bad, so you're going against a Packers team that got the first seed 2 seasons in a row, a division rival, but Davante Adams is gone. How is this going to impact the Packers offense? I think it impacts it pretty dramatically, and the Vikings get a very, very close win by 3 points at home. Next, we have the Giants at the Titans. We talk about teams that are just pathetic. We got the Giants, a team that hasn't been good since Eli Manning retired, since that playoff wildcard appearance in 2016. And then we have the Titans, who were the first seed last year, who lose A.J. Brown. Everyone's saying Tannehill needs to go. Derrick Henry's a beast, though. Their defense was, decent last year, but we'll see how that plays out this season. The thing about this game is it's in Tennessee. They should get the win. Tennessee's definitely going to win, but how's Tennessee going to perform on offense without a good receiving core? And honestly, it's gonna be challenging. I do believe the Titans' offense struggles in this game, but you're going against the Giants. Don't need to worry. Saquon Barkley probably gets 100 yards rushing, maybe 112, and then boom, Titans win. That's it. Next, we have a must-watch game: Raiders at Chargers. This was the Week 18 matchup last season, and whoever won this game made the playoffs. It went overtime. I thought it was going to tie, and both teams were going to make it. That was crazy, but this is in Los Angeles, and these two teams improve over the offseason. The Raiders get Davante Adams. The Chargers get Khalil Mack. Both these teams are going to be threats in the AFC. We're just going to have to see who's better at the end of the year. But honestly, I think these two teams to split the series 1-1, and the home team wins. Give the win to the Chargers. Next, we have the Chiefs at the Cardinals. Both these teams lose talent. First, we talk about the Chiefs. They lose Tyreek Hill, Tyrann Mathieu. Two important players on both sides of the field. That's not good. We also have the Cardinals, who lose Christian Kirk, and DeAndre Hopkins is suspended for this game. Hopefully J.J. Watt's back. That'll be pretty good to watch. He's a very, very, very important player and affects the game. So we're just going to have to see what happens. But even though this is in Arizona, I believe the Cardinals' offense struggles. It had a really poor ending to their season last year. And without Hopkins there and Kirk, your two best receivers, You do get Marquise Brown from Baltimore, so your receiving core will be good once DeAndre Hopkins is back, but he's not there, so I give the win to the Chiefs, who are proven to be winners. We have Sunday Night Football. We got Buccaneers at Cowboys. Coincidentally, what was Sunday Night Football Week 1 last year? Buccaneers, Cowboys. Of course it was. That's what the NFL does. It wants the most views from the human population. Why not do that by having Tom Brady go against the bandwagon team of probably ever? And the Cowboys are overrated. They're not making the Super Bowl. They're not winning the Super Bowl. Stop saying it, Cowboys fans. But at the same time, Michael Gallup's gone. He's injured. He's not gone, but he's injured for the Cowboys. Boom. Amari Cooper. He's traded to the Browns. Boom. That's not good. Buccaneers. Tom Brady's back. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Gronk is gone. But overall, Buccaneers are definitely the better team. There's no doubt about it. And they should get the win in Dallas. And the final game of Week 1, we have the Broncos at the Seahawks. These two teams make huge trades during the offseason. Russell Wilson sent to Denver, who signed a $250 million contract today or yesterday. Incredible. Broncos should get the absolute destroying win. Russell Wilson is going to pop off against the Seahawks. They easily win. Broncos get the win. So, what do you think? Comment down below every prediction, every pick you got. I'm interested to see. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Adios.